So hey, what's going on? Scruggs here. Um, Plan on going fishing this weekend, and I kind of wanted to figure out a place to maybe permanently install this new Crosstour camera that I bought. Did a review on that a couple weeks ago. If you want to check that out, that'd be kind of cool. I've had several of these, as I stated in that other video. And when I first got these cameras, it was my understanding from the company that you couldn't record with power constantly being fed to it. You could only use the battery, and that was it. Um, you couldn't use, like on a GoPro, you can run a wire and have it, you know, charging, or actually have the system running for numerous hours, and with a power cord going to it. It was my understanding that this is only for a charging cord, and you could not use it to power it. Well, I was doing some reading in the owner's manual of the new camera that I just got, and check this out. Now here's my new book, number 2, because I have 2 cameras at the moment, and I wanted to differentiate them. And in this manual, it says continuous recording time up to 90 minutes, or continuously if powered through the cable. And I was like, oh, well, that's interesting. So I got to wondering. I have 2 more. These are old because I save everything, electronic anyway. And there's 2 different versions. If you look, this is version 2.5. My new one is 2.5. And here's an older one from a different camera. This one's 2.3. So I said, well, let me go to this owner's manual, to this 2.3, and look in here just to see what it says. And look at what it says. Continuous recording time. Continuously if powered through the cable. So I'm not really sure why Crosstour told me that you couldn't continuously power it through the cable. So this is what I'm going to do. So this is what I got here. I've made this makeshift wiring harness, and I'll do a better job of this. This is just for a test run to see how this turns out. These are going to connect to my front battery, and if this works out okay, I'm going to attach this to the lithium battery, and it's connected to aftermarket cigarette lighter or power outlet, whatever you want to call it. It's got a USB adapter, and this is the power cord for the camera. And then this is what I've kind of come up with, and this variation may change. All these came with the camera, and of course I had a lot of extras, but they got me a little wire tether which actually came to the camera, and I'm going to screw this into the boat, so then in case this doesn't hold. They say these things here are like super sticky, so I don't know, but I've got it on a ball swivel here, which I've had that for a while, and then I can adjust it how I want. But yeah, this is kind of what I got so far, and like I say, this may change, but I'm going to mount this on the front of the boat. I'm debating. Comes with this waterproof case, and the only thing about using this is you can't use sound. There's no sound on it because the microphone for the camera is actually covered up. Though my old camera I have gotten wet without it being in a case and it's still working up to this point. That happened last year. The other thing is, I know these cameras get really, really hot. So I'm going to try to do this without this case, just to see how it does, which I don't think the sound's going to pick up all that great anyway, from the distance that it will be. But, yeah, I got some alcohol, so I can clean the area of the boat when I decide to, wherever I decide to put it. But, yeah, that's kind of the game plan at the moment. Now, sound is probably going to be pretty bad on this thing. So y'all just have to bear with me. I may add some music or something. But I'm thinking about putting it in this area. Maybe like right here, or maybe here, which is kind of why I want to screw it down. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at. I figure there's more of a chance of it falling into the water here, and I'm also going to have to find a flat place for it to set. But I figure if I take it and I attach it somewhere down here, if it does fall off, you know, I haven't lost my camera, you know. But there's really not a lot of flat places on this, to be honest with you. I'd rather for it to be back here. But yeah, it's kind of cool. I hope y'all can see that, because I can't look at the camera and hold this. I'm just kind of trying different places. That's not too bad. I kind of like that. Got an ink pen here. I'm going to mark an outline of this right here. That's not too bad. I kind of like that. Got an ink pen here. I'm going to mark an outline of this right here. Once I get it all straight and where I want it all, I'll bring y'all back and show y'all where I ended up putting it at. In the meantime, we're gonna connect this to this battery. Let's see how the charging works on it. Once I find out that this setup works okay, I'm gonna go ahead and hook it up to the lithium battery, because I can't imagine this thing draws that much juice out of it. So we got our charging cord. As you can see, the red light's on. So here's our battery reading. I hope you can see it. We're 1 bar down already. So we're going to plug this in and see what this does. And it looks like our battery is full now. And as you can see, I'm at 1080. I think that's pixels at 30 frames per second. And I've got 7 hours and 33 minutes of recording, which is more than enough time. Now, if you go to 60 frames per second, that cuts us down to 4 hours. I generally record in 30 frames per second anyway. So, this is going to be really cool if this works out and this does not overheat. We're going to find out this weekend though. So yeah, once I figure out a place to put this, this is really cool. I'm excited about this. I'll show you all where I ended up wanting to do it. So stick around for the end of the video. We're almost there, and I appreciate it. I'm just going to clean this area up here with some alcohol. I'm just going to stick this bad boy right here. I had it. Push her down and let it cure. I'm going to take this ball out and see if I can figure out a different way of setting this up. I think what I can do is just use the base with the ball and this piece here. Just tighten that down on the ball. Yeah, I think I just figured out a way to do away with this whole setup. So this is what I got. I just did away with all that stuff in the middle. We'll see how this does. I can loosen this. Sorry, y'all ain't even in the frame. So I got an adjustment here to go up and back. And then I can also adjust my ball and have this in here. So let's try that and see what that looks like. So yeah, that's kind of what it would look like there. I think I can deal with that for a while. Yeah. So yeah, I'm just trying to figure this out when I go fishing by myself mostly. But that's kind of cool. So yeah, we eliminated a lot of stuff there. That's pretty awesome. You know, I think I'm just going to leave this. Leave this setup right here. I'm going to tighten it down right where it's at. So all I got to do is snap the camera in. I don't know how that's going to hold up. I don't know. This thing's on here pretty good. I don't think it's going to come off, but I'm going to put a screw in here just to be on the safe side. Just to attach that little thing in case it does happen to go somewhere. I won't lose my $17 camera. Hey there, so I'm playing with this this camera and stuff. Just trying to get things situated. I think I pretty much know where I'm going to put it. I might move it somewhere else if I'm by myself, but that remains to be seen. I just mainly want to see if it's going to run the whole time that we're fishing powered up. And I got to think about it, being that that's going to be on the front of the boat. I don't know how much splashback we get from the front. I'm not 100% sure because I don't set up front. You know, by the time we get home, we get the boat loaded up. I don't pay no attention to it, you know, and wind dries it off or whatever. So what I did was I took the case that you put your camera in to make it waterproof, which is why the microphone doesn't work when it's in its case, because there's no holes in it for the microphone to work. Not that this has a very good microphone on it anyway. That's one of the things that I don't like about this camera, is it doesn't have a very good microphone on it. But what I did was cut a hole in that thing. In case the camera does start getting wet or whatever, I can put it in its case and shove a power cord in it, because there's no way to run the power cord with this. But this will keep it from getting totally soaked anyway. Like I say, it's not totally waterproof, but might help, might not. I don't know. That's what I did, though. Thanks a lot for sticking around this long-ass video. Alrighty, I know this is a long video probably, but yeah, kind of cool. I'm looking forward to this. Yeah. Really looking forward to seeing if it holds up for 7 hours. I know we're not on the water 7 hours. We're probably on the water for 4 hours. You know, maybe 5 at the most. A lot depends on the new battery and how that works. But my game plan is to get rid of that battery to give Earl some extra room there on his feet. But I don't want to take that battery out until I know for sure that we're not going to have any problems with the lithium. So this is going to be a new journey for the camera and the battery. So yeah, stick around. Hopefully it's going to be on the water this weekend. Appreciate it. Keep on fishing.